Okay, guys, I'm back. Alright, we have the entry set at 22s. Looking at the market open. Looking again at 22s, the 24s. Looking for that lock and that quick bounce to the downside. We should have been one tick away from fill. Where was my high? 21.75 so far. So 22s to 24s. Pick your poison if you want to be on the short side at this particular point. uh, Hope my audio is working fine on what we have in the oil, and we're chopping exactly what we were not looking for. Don't like to see chop. Being a bear from 53 here is the idea. Wow, I have too much orders here, and we shorted the 53s. That give us an average entry of 5. So we're looking to be right above. We sold the POC. Yes, and one order up to 60. And we have a runner. So 53 was equal to sell off today. Um, ES. Wait for the opening range to complete and sell the market. That was supposed to be one contract. So we're just looking for a gap fill. So you can see we just didn't get fill on 22. You would have gotten. We tried to get in at 24s, got flicked out. We have on live is early 20s. Looking for first take profit at 15s, 14s. Looking for that 6 points range. Then have the next one to travel out to retest the low. The expectation and plan was to check, retest the ADP news number. Once you test the ADP news number, you look for have the bear. You look at to be bearish in the market on the open. That's how my style of trading is, particularly for me. Execution wise, or this. Holy stance only 23.5. If you do get a return there, up there. And you could see where that came from. Up, test the break right there to the tick, and look for the BS to come in to go back to value. We have FOMC speakers, we have PMI number, which will be very important to both our trades today, and then you have oil. So you work the plan. Work the plan. I will make sure to manage your risk. Where did I put that trade? No. Oh, take us to the tick entry. Oh, Jesus. Execution was, yeah, 3 contract short on the side. PMI number could hurt you very, very bad today. To be careful. Boom, 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 boom. So trading micros. For guys who know starting, micros is a lot of stuff. So just a review of where we just get these numbers from. This was figured out at 4:35 yesterday evening. We know where we want to trade. We took a bite out this morning already. We look for a second buy to come into the market. Want to sell on that 23s, 22 levels. Yes, yeah, I want to be as exact as possible on your entries. Looking for the BS to come back down to settlement, to retest settlement, and then we move on from there. Looking if we have red number on the ISM PMI, should be in business. We have an average sell on oil. Please do not risk this amount. It's supposed to sell 1 contract instead of 2. We're just looking for the retest of the lowest, have 1 contract running. Because we want the BBS. What is the ES doing? Come to me, my son. Come to me. After the big round yesterday and last night, plus the ADP number. If it's an option spread, 23s, 25s to, no, 20s to 5s on today's Wednesday. Yeah, expiration today. is a good range if you're selling vertical spreads. Wouldn't be teaching that. Used to be an option trader, still trade options on the long term basis. I look for 90 days out. I made some profits on the last swing low, have profits on the swing high so far. Close out my swing high profits already, which is that I bought some 40s on Tuesday. That is a whole different ball game because that is where I actually make most of my cash. So yeah, I have TP1 filled. So you're definitely into a free trade now. Looking for your extension to the downside. Pull that contract so it'll be more clear. What the big swing we're looking for is that 10-point victory. Which would bring us into structure. This 40 number is a very sticky number, so be careful if you're not out, if you're trading singles and you're in at 21s, 22s. Monitor your trading look to pull if you see a lot of absorption like we saw in oil. We see what oil is doing. Why is my chart doing the same thing? Blasted chart. And my chart is going. We're 17 minutes away from PMI. Use simulation, market replays, boo boo. You can see the 14 train absorption. We are already at maximum break even, so we want to see that market break to the downside. You also want to see, wow, what's that? So they took out the overnights. Just want to see initially test of the low. Look where his stops are. The idea look to minimize your risk. 16 minutes away as yet, so don't want to have to depend on the PMI to give us that boost. You can see we BSC is dropping, so more volume. So eyes look for it. Just see the flip on PSC ways on the market open. You will see flip the one direction, the next one getting out. So that's your active. This is a possible entry zone right here at 03. We're close enough to the wrong number. But we'll be waiting for our 88s to 90s today. Might take one contract on the 03 based on what we see and based on time. Let's see, we trailing more or less trail straight out. There's your possible take profit. Even if you entered late, you have at least 6 points there. Oh, 05 should be your first target. 05 to 06. I'll be closing off at 11. Don't want to sit here and watch charts all day. Waiting for my PMI number, see what goes on. So this is your 20 to 24 area which we was identifying in the chat if there was more step preview. Gaming tested this ADP number right here, came out at 8:15. Tough. Oilers we know should be in a stranglehold now, so before news. lot of collisions going on right there, you know. So you can see got filled on our trade, that is 11 points. So profit if you're on the high side and you're at 10 points. If you're on the low side, a little late. I got about 8 points, which is very good. A victorious day so far. So I'll just sit here, wait for my PMI number. Stance is still short 20s. First buy would be at 0304. Right at the bottom of this node, which is 04s. So we'll be buying a limit order of 04. 2 contracts. If you want to see what we'll be looking at, I had to figure out how to get rid of this high low. That is a high low number. You see always a green line showing the high and the low of the day. The active high and low. So you see 06. Is the low of the day. We want to get into 04s as our first buy position. Look for 3 major buys would be at 88s to 90s. What we're looking to do is identify the area where, based on where the number comes out, there is probably a range for the day. So you'll be looking at 90 to 86. You're looking at the mid for that. 88 would be a very high potential buy. And you can see why we going in at 04's POC block right here. 04 to 06, we want to be on the leaning level of 04's to get into short-term buy. Looking for the PMI. If the PMI comes up very bearish, we'll get run over like the dogs we are. Alright, do I have a lot of trades on? Pull this, see what's that. Right. So we're looking to buy off yesterday's point of control. The PMI number come out dramatically lower. We in trouble. What's the oil doing? Come to me, my child. Come, puppy, 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 puppy. I want to be out of this shit before PMI. Also on the oil. Brake looks clean. Why is my box there? move my box a little bit up so I could see exactly what's going on. Alright. That was 2,500 contracts. 25, 25, 25, 25. Wait for the PMI number, see what's up with him. Except a bigger portion of this trade. Alright, so we exit the bigger portion of the trade. We have one contract at 87 sell running. Don't want to run into PMI. Not greedy today. And on micros. Yeah, one contract run on the micros. Just missed my exit. And the 08. Unfair. Unfair. So we're getting exactly at the 23.5 this morning. Had it running. Testing the micros to see what the quote's looking like. You could see a small difference in time. You can see I got out most of my positions here, and last entry is at 87. I just make sure that I have skin in the game for a big move to the downside. My stops about 40. I'm going to set an entry here for a 2 contract entry. Right here at 63.10. The 20.10 is my entry. Nice for the new trade. You can see why my risk allowance here. I don't wanted to see break that 40s. I'm trying a 30 pip point. Same pip. Not forex. So the expectation today generally, guys, is I would like to be bearish in the market. Executed my trades with around 70% of what I was looking at, 70 to 75% on lives, well, on the demo. On execution wise, missed a couple points on the ES. Now we do on live is more mechanical, so mechanicals worked out this morning on our live trading, which was sell 23.5 overnights on a 2 contract basis. One take profit was to get out at 20s, which was 4 points of profit. The second one was, I think we used a 9.25. We got out at the 14s. On the right side, got one contract selling on the 20s. So we straddled the market, we went in at 20 and 24. So right now we're just waiting on the PMI number. If we do get a number, which will be out in a second, based on the number we would know what to do. So we're looking to buy 04s, sell back 20s to 24s, mid is that 21, 22 area, based on what we see in our number. If it's a very strong number, we'll know we're looking for that 24 return, 23, 22, 20 to 24 return. Try to take advantage at that point. If it's a weak number, by the time we got the news, it will already be here. So News is out. Look to sell that 20 to 22. Area more than likely. Yep, it's a stronger than expected number. Look for the test at the upside. So we bet, took out profits. Bet, took out profits. Look for this test to come back at a reasonable range would be 21s. The 22s. See how much buying power, how much delta is building. See if my point of control flips. If I do get a point of control flip, I will enter on point of control based on where we located on the point of control. So this is why you don't take big bites out of the market, or try to take big bites out of the market unless you're trading very small. I haven't gotten to the boxes yet. We'll give him time. So I could afford to miss this trade. This is my more important trade. So you can see this is my take profit. If there isn't that bounce, the entry is at 87. Did that live. Look for the test size 63s. Look for the bounce to the downside. Push to the downside, sorry, then bounce. So we have one contract running from 87s. We have two contracts sitting at 63.10s for the flicker and low volume. We have here, this is quite a big push we're looking for from 87. Damn it. That's the boat, we missed it. Go to our 1 minute chart, see where we were located at 10 a.m. Boom. 19s, back into that 14s. Reaction from that 14s would be our issue. Haven't seen it flip. So buyers are not in control of this market. So his stance is buy the 04s, which has been next step down on the rotation. So let me see if I can show you why. What I'm looking for on the rotations. Go to a 5-minute chart. So initial sell was at 23.5s. Using the measured rotation. Mm-hmm. 13-point rotation. I'll put my automatic profit zone. And the third rotation would put me into my buy zone. to see, so I'll just remove some of this. Look at the swing high, swing low of the first rotation. Oh, 3.83. That's my third rotation while looking to buy. We have that set up here already, so oil. Bye bye oil. Where did you? My ES just micro is just cleared. So just making sure that 5 minute trigger. You can see exactly where looking for that test of that low. Somebody just gets swapped. That's a sweep. Was it 36? It's a weird place. You can see that we come back and touch. And then sweep down. So you can see where the entry Y. High volume. A lot of reaction. So we got a lot of absorption there. Like the first sweep prior to and sit on a 6310 from 2 contracts. I was in 63.53s. Any test of this ATL be solid. Post news. So you actually see the sweep come through already, which is weird. Did the gap fill? Nope, the gap did not fill. Gap fill is 06. Positive news will make this very tight on the market today. The big boys are trying to either make room to push the downside big. And you see some sweep like this. Or somebody said, some of the big boys just said they had enough. They had enough of this, of that push. Just had enough. So I know I have enough profits already for the morning to have my 87 still on. Looking for the move to test major swing low on the news. Being at 87, looking at 87, you're looking for 20, 60 points. I'll be greedy. You can see, right, look at Delta versus price. Oopsie. What the hell going on there? Price raised and we still lost nearly 1,000 contracts. No, everybody's like, what? Even the big guys and like somebody on into that price acceptance as 52.80. We have a lot of volume kicked off. Why are you doing me that? That is odd. Somebody's having fun with us. Slash yes, locked in that range. So you call like ADP previews. Tell the tech on the open entry. Tough. Yep, that's locked. You know what, a lot of volume at. You can see your volume nodes. So these are the two areas we identified early this morning. Puff, puff. Looking for shorts. So we're looking for either the retest. So we had two contracts sitting here and you put the retest on news. And then to the downside. So we know we have limited risk and we average entries. Plus we have the 80s. We got in at 87s. Cleared profits already this morning. So what we could do is break even. Actually be in profit for the day. We wanted to be bears. We are bears. So if you guys like do volume profiling and stuff, well, more of the time my trading style. Yeah, bookmap is a tool that you could really get into and use. Think there's a reasonable free version. I wonder if I can change this on my order bracket settings. Settings. Show order. When I show order line, show order line has come up as blue. I have my value area as blue also, so I could probably change that to burgundy, so you clearly define that. Right, so everything is clearly defined. Purple lines, beta dash lines also. This thickness, the subsidy dash. So that's your active value area. Let's just a bit close. As per usual, manage your risk. Trade what you see, not what you want to see. Locked in there. Not going and sell 19s at all. Have enough profit. Where would I want to be? I'd be from 20s or 21s. 21 would put me at 7 points lost. 28. Buying stuff. Expect the dip to come on the oil news, so that's if API is right. They are like weathermen. They are sometimes wrong. Pisses me off, but more than enough, they are right most of the time. Or in the general area. Again, why we look to buy the 04s. Point of control for that bounce. Just that small bounce. You just want to be guaranteed of a small bounce. Have your legitimate stop losses set up. So I want to see oil dip down to test that low. Extremely would be nice for me is if we get a flicker up to 63, 10 to 20 or off at this value area. My entry is at this node of active value area high of the node. Come down. Have one finger stay in short end at 87s. If you're not in a position as yet, this should be your entry right there at 95s. But your stop loss is about highs if you want to be aggressive. Don't sit on a trade here like I am sitting in a trade. I am only sitting here because I am in profit for the day. Looking for a home run. If I was not in profit, I would be at that 61 contract at POC just before. One contract at 63.10s. Buy some 15s. Just for the test and flick to the upside. Or let's try to strangle this market. selling 53 tens, buying 52 15s. So close one to open one really. But with 6 would be a gap fill if you're on the ES. $53.60, 60 and 40, 60 and 120 points are range. More of this because bars may be getting very large. In just about 2 minutes. You should be out in 20 seconds. There's a dip. Boo hoo hoo. Yeah, what rate hit? Yeah. Boom. In and out. Took my profits. We are on the buy side. If we get run over, not a big deal. Big move to the downside. Alright. We sell on the lives. Bang bang bang. There's a breakout. I wanted to be a bear. I got to be a bear. profitable on the live side. Wait for your reaction. Maybe see how bad the number really is. Oh, that's a big number. Look, they get in a buy right back. No. Looking for that quick reaction because push is way too big. Try to buy the 52 flats. Guys, we live entry. We have a live entry sitting right at 52. Stops at 51.70. And we only one contract we buying on the buy side. Because that's a 3% range. I think we got stopped out on the singles on the buy side. Why we have contracts still sitting there still? Oh, the demo. No why. Think I had one sitting there for a while. Alright, now you go to your daily chart. Alright. Bang, 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 bang. Alright. Make sure that you're in bear mode. Wait till 8, 10, 35. I want to make sure that you have enough protection, which is 63.50s, 61.50. Right, execute your buy. There is 2 contracts you buy on the live side at 80. One trailing, one at 51.80. First test is we looking at the test of the 62.10s on the live side. And secondary is for break test at the break point. I'm not gonna show you exactly why we wanted to buy that. There's your test of your O4s. Let's see if we got filled on ES. No, mother pecker. 0.5 points so far away from it. Look for that retest of the low. Sad. We had one sitting on the live contract. So back to oil. So the focus is on oil today. So suppose I show you why we're doing this. Oil. Right, marks on bars. 51.80. We were looking for the equal measured move. Swing to swing. That's what we had on the live to buy. Equal measured move. Down to the downside. Look to buy the little spike. And we should be getting filled on the buy right about now, which is well done. Looking for that retest. You can see a trailing in the secondaries. So we know we safe. We stop losses quite here. At 93 now, so we guaranteed some profits. Haven't gotten fill at least as yet on the ES. We're looking for the 04 exact. I could still get it. Might be some selling pressure. If you do see a reaction, test our 04. Look for squiggly bounce. Boom. To the upside. If we in the range trade, as we suppose may be in the range trade. What is with me and getting filled today? Missed by 0.1 tick. I'm looking for the test of glow. I smell blood. I do smell blood. So let's back to oil. So we know we profitable, guaranteed profits on the buy side. On this trade, why we was looking at the 80, why we looking at the retest. The instruction was just to sell 35 to 40. Looking for 50 points of reaction by London close, which is a little bit less, 55 minutes. And there was the break of the 80, the major test. Right there, poof. Look, the node was here. There's your test. And then shoot. That's a big bearish pointer. All you do is look for 50 points on this bounce back. If you're looking at structure to the tick is 35. So if you're at 80, 30 is your exit. I go get stopped out in profit though. Look for the test and the buyback if we do get run over. We'll test where we'll be testing. So it's high vol trader trading here. I'm sad. Damn you. Missed by 0.25 on that entry. And be patient. Set down trading oil. Looking for a retest to get in back on the buy. Just close profitable trades on both sides. Double. three contracts total on the sell side. I want to see where the upside trade is. 80 is my point to enter. Nothing above 80, nothing below 80, just at 80. Live account has been pretty nice today. Alright, so back to right. Oil usually trades on stair steps, so push, return, push. So the expectation is just for return. So you would see me checking this morning. What was the initial range? I just show the data here. Oh, we show stats.